Let's start in puppy pose or whatever variation of puppy pose or extended child's pose suits you. Your intention is to lengthen through your spine, not rounding, no rounding in the spine. We're going to start in puppy pose or extended child's pose, whichever variation works better for you early on in the session, beginning of the session. So give yourself a chance. Your intention is to get a lot of length through your spine. That means no rounding or hunching, no cat posing. Everything is about a natural S-shaped curve from your tailbone all the way to your neck. So just lengthen out here. Breathe deeply, take some diaphragmatic breaths, and then start to cultivate more of a lateral thoracic breath. If you're going for diaphragmatic breaths, take a couple more. Fantastic. Start to draw your waist in, pelvic floor up a little bit. Press into your right hand and slide your left arm underneath for 3 breaths in thread the needle. Become aware of the squareness of your hips. Start to see if you can ease them to neutral if they're not already. It's very, very usual for people to tilt and adjust their hips to allow for the tightness or tension in their bodies. You can loosen up the twist rather than compensate for it. What I want you to feel is this twist in your upper back, the feeling of cinching your waist so that the waist muscles are lightly starting to work, and the squareness of your hips against the mat. Not against the mat, in line with the mat. Fantastic. Press into your right hand. Slide your left hand back to where it was and slide your right arm underneath. Press and lengthen up and away. Push into your arms. Start to get a bit more activity going through your upper back. Feel that drawing in, the intention, the feeling of intention in this posture rather than dropping into the floor. Good. Let's unravel this. Come back to puppy pose. Grip the floor firmly with your fingertips and pull yourself up and forward into a version of cobra, whatever version of cobra you end up in. Mine's quite a deep, shallow one. Roll yourself all the way to the floor and bring your hands into your favorite cobra position where you can peel your spine up, starting from the chest while lengthening through your spine so you're not hoiking into your lower back. Find the position where your shoulders are away from your ears, your elbows are bent. Hold the position for a breath, roll back down, and then keep your hands glued to this position. Grip your fingertips in, draw your pelvic floor in and up. Peel yourself up again, and this time lengthen and hinge your hips back to wherever they land without moving your hands. Child's pose, your version of child's pose that translates into your cobra. Roll through 4 rounds of child's pose to cobra. Work with your breath, scooping. At least 1/2 of the movement goes up through cat, rounding through your spine. And when I do it, both halves of the movement do that. I roll through cat into cobra, and I scoop out of cobra into cat and back to child's pose. From this version of child's pose, parallel knees, toes tucked, slide your hips back as far as they'll go, but keep them high. And then walk your hands over to the right, taking your left hand over the right, just knitting the fingers together and pressing the left hip back. Active here, we're not Again, we're not slacking into this. You're actively lengthening through your left side whilst also applying your core setup. So waist is just a little bit drawn in, pelvic floor is just a little bit up. Switch sides. Extend and lengthen away. Fantastic. Bring this back to all fours. You can come onto fists or forearms if wrists are feeling sore at this stage. Let's just, keeping fingertips and toes on the floor, hips perfectly square with the mat and shoulders perfectly square with the mat, drawing in through your center. Slide your left fingertips and your right toes away from you and then slide back in, switch sides. Your job is to avoid sinking or rocking through your spine, hips or shoulders. The rest of your body is like it's suspended in midair while your arms and legs slide away. The very, very foundational core stabilizing. It's not tricky for most people. For some people, it takes a long time to build this kind of core stability. There are lots of people who find a full plank easier than this kind of work where you have to control the sway and the snakiness of your hips and spine. Let's hold the next one. Slide, right leg back, left arm forward, tiger balance, hold it. So we're lifting from the heel, pushing the sole of the foot back, lifting from the shoulder, just letting your arm hang with the palm facing inwards. One more breath. Squeeze your butt. When you're ready, release. Second side. Right arm slides, left leg slides, square up and lift. I see very strong people mess this up because they don't bother to align themselves or slide the arm and leg away before they lift. So they have no control over where their body ends up. They just think, oh yeah, I can do that. And the body compensates. Because they're complex. They're simple movements, but they're complex. Okay, bring them in. Hold on. Tuck your toes, walk your hands back towards a crouch at the back of your mat. If you're able, bring your heels to the floor as you step your feet wide. If it's too early for this for you, go back into a wide leg child's pose. We're coming to Garland here. Elbows into knees. You can be on your toes. Hands pressed together, spine nice and tall, push down through your feet, pull up through your pelvic floor. So there's a feeling of lifting out of your feet rather than dropping down into the floor. You could also be doing frog if this doesn't feel good for you right now. Good. Release your hands to the floor, heel toe your feet in, pull your hips up into ragdoll. Deep, 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 deep bend in your knees like you're doing chair pose with your upper body draped over your thighs, opposite elbow to opposite hand. Just hang out here. Wobble your head around, maybe wobble your arms around. Push those hips back behind the knees a little. Deep breath in. On the exhale, pull your belly up really firmly. Lengthen out through your legs. Doesn't matter how lengthened, but tense those legs up and push your feet down into the floor. Really active in the thighs. Scoop your belly in and up. Good. When ready, soften your knees a little bit. Sweep your arms forward and up to the ceiling. And then we're going to take a twist here, vertical twist. Your left arm comes forward, right arm goes back. And then you're going to bring both arms up and do the second side. And we're just going to keep moving from side to side. Doesn't matter what the choreography is. It really doesn't. Just keep moving from side to side. Your intention is to keep your waist in, keep your hips square with the front of the mat, which means squeezing them. Good. Last one, finishing facing the left. Good. Bring your arms down by your sides to mountain pose. Let's go for some heel raises. Keep your chest lifted, gaze on your horizon line or just above it. As you inhale, float your arms all the way up and exhale to float down.
Heels and arms floating at the same pace. Staying tall, and we're aiming not to rock back and forth on the feet if we can. It's a lift. Keep your toes rooted. So we're not swaying forward and up and swaying back. We're aiming to lift straight up. Connect with that feeling of rebounding off the floor up through the top of the head, lengthening through the spine and keeping your inner muscles drawing in and up, holding you tall. No collapsing. Good. Last one. When your heels come to the floor, start to roll down through your spine, chin to chest, scoop your chest muscles in and up. Solar plexus, ribs, scoop the soft part of your belly in and up, scoop, 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 pelvic floor, and roll all the way down. Bend your knees if you need to. Walk your hands all the way forward into plank. A flat plank, not a hollow body plank. Shoulders broad, nudging back towards your hips. Hips squeezed, power through the whole body, all the way from your fingers to your toes. And you're gazing at the apex of a triangle there between your hands. Good. We're going to walk feet towards hands, trying to keep those hands planted, the hips high as long as possible. And then we're rolling up. Exhale, roll it up. Slowly, slowly, using your core to relax your spine and re-stack it. Shoulders back and down, crown of the head lifted. Inhale, one heel raise. Exhale, release. And then peel down through the spine. Wait for an exhale, chin to chest, scoop and roll. Fold all the way down. Hips high at the bottom. Just see if you can get a little bit more length through your spine. Plant your hands on the floor. And then start to walk your feet back to your plank. Try and keep your shoulders over your hands the whole time. Lengthen out and hold it. Long neck. When you're ready, start the movement with your arms where possible. Walk your hands to your feet. We're going to do one more round of these at your own pace. Exhale and rolling up. Heel raise. I'm going to stick in a cactus pose. Arms up. Option for elbow to opposite elbow overhead. Exhale, roll down. If you're struggling to control your roll down, keep your hands down by your sides. That's not a suggestion. That is what you do. Not add arms unless your core is really firing. Pad it forward to your plank. We're going to do 5 rounds of leg pull prone here. Lengthen out in your plank. Pull your right toes up and pulse back on your left foot. 4, 5. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Walk feet towards hands. Try and keep shoulders still. Exhale, roll up. Do the best you can. We're still technically warming. This is our core warm up. Heel raise at the top of your roll. And a cactus at the bottom of your heel raise. Arms up, inhale. Roll down, last one. Like you're diving over a beach ball, scooping all your muscles, core muscles up as you go. Core being inner, core muscles are inner. Roll the hands to the floor. Straighten up through your arms, stabilize through your shoulders. Walk your feet back without moving your shoulders into your plank. Hold it. Another set of leg pull prone. Right leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left leg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower your knees. Take them out wide. Scoop your butt back towards your heels. Stretch out. Your flat back variation of child's pose. No rounding through the spine, please. Fantastic. Let's bring this back up to all fours. You're going to step your right foot forward into a lunge, low lunge, back knee to the floor. Draw your chest up high, press your hips towards the floor, really active through your legs, whatever variation you go for. Fantastic. Sweep your arms up towards the ceiling. Right hand down, fingertips towards the floor. They may not reach, and just take a side bend to the right. Sweep around, get your left hand to the just next to your right foot, and then walk your right foot out to the side for lizard twist. Right arm pressing into your right knee and rotating your right shoulder back, maybe looking out over your right shoulder. Squeeze all your muscles here. We don't want to sag. So active waist, shoulder, both legs squeezed, pelvic floor up, butt squeezed. If this is feeling okay, use your muscles to hold your right leg in place. Scoop up your left leg towards your butt with your right arm, and then press the top of the right foot into your hand and deepen this possibly. See how you feel. Good. Option to come into side plank from here, adapted side plank. Left leg down, tuck the toes, spiral around, walk your right foot out a little wider, take your right arm up towards the ceiling, lounging lizard. Extend your right fingertips towards your left toes. Do not hang into your shoulder, just press your hip towards the floor and then extend up and over, reach away, scooping your waist up. 3 more. No, we'll do 4 more. We'll do 5 in total. That's 2, 3, 4, last one, 5, takes you all the way up and over, step back to downward dog, well done. Walk your feet a big step forward in downward dog. Take your left hand to the outside of your right ankle for twisted dog, rotate round, maybe look out under your right shoulder, armpit, lift and lengthen at all times. Good. Release. Step your feet back. And we're coming into low lunge. On the second side, left leg forward, back knee to the floor. Really engage. Take your arms up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your legs. Left arm down, maybe to the floor, maybe not, but we're taking this side bend. Shoulders are still stacked in line with hips. Legs are not floppy. They're really active like pillars. Extend. Lovely. Sweep this around and forward. Stay engaged in your waist. Right hand to the floor. Walk your left foot out, lizard lunge. Really start to rotate. It's a chance to just relax while you build this one. Press your left hand into your left knee. Rotate around. Once you're in the posture, press all of your organs inwards and upwards. Rotate around and start to squeeze your muscles. Hug your muscles in this posture so you're not just relaxing into the joints. Good. Take this moment to squeeze those muscles a little bit more. Scoop up your right foot, top of the hand around the back of the right foot. Press your right foot into your hand. I meant top of the foot into the palm of the hand. And maybe squeeze a little bit more juice out of this twist. You might not move, but there's juice there. Extend your right leg. Option for this adapted side plank and 5 lounging lizards. So left foot a little bit further out to the side at right angles-ish. And then extend and tap. Pick it up and over. Think of this as side plank hip dips. It's a little bit more stabilized. We're doing 5 in total. I'm on number 3. And 2 more to go after this one. Lovely. Up and over, plank. Lower yourself, bring yourself forward, lower all the way to the floor, knees down through kneeling chaturanga. Open up any back bend, upward facing dog or upward dog, cobra, any. Scoop it back. Downward dog, Walk your feet one step towards your hands. Right hand to the outside of your left ankle and twist it around. Looking out underneath the left armpit. Lovely. Let's bring this back to center. Walk your feet back. Right leg up high, three-legged dog. Keep your hips square. Start to bend that right knee and scorpion the leg. Keep your shoulders square as you start to attempt to stack your hips. Ankle circles for your right foot. Open up through that right hip. Lovely stuff. And then switch to the right, left leg, sorry, rights and lefts. Good, active. So square with the hips as you go into three-legged dog, bend the knee, square with the shoulders as you start to stack that left hip in into scorpion leg. Keep pulling that left knee as high as it will go. Ankle circles. Fantastic. Left leg down. Hinge back. Right leg comes forward for pyramid. Ideally extended pyramid if you can, because you're a nice big step here. Walk your hands over your right foot and over to the right. Just keep the hips nudging back. Don't rotate them. Lengthen into a sort of a halfway lift situation here. If you can, bring your right foot up onto the heel. It's really active through the legs. Don't relax the legs. They need to be really squeezing. Good. Let's walk the hands over to the left and spiral your feet around into a wide-legged forward fold. Lengthen out. You'll be facing the back of your mat. Lengthen out through your spine, fingertips to the floor. Don't allow your hips to move. Take your right arm up towards the ceiling for a straddle twist. Try and keep your hips square. Doesn't matter how high the arm goes. Bring your right arm down. Thread your right foot through behind your arms and end up sitting facing the back of your mat. So your right foot threads all the way through, like a sit through. So your right leg is extended, your left leg is bent, and now you're sitting on your butt facing the back of the mat. You're going to take your right foot over the top of your, left leg over the top of your right foot, ready for a twist here in shoelace. Really tall, wrap your right arm around your left. Take this twist here. Really tall through the spine. Good. When you're ready, unravel through center. You're going to take this right leg up and over the left. And we're going to take the right arm all the way back. So it's over on the right part of the mat. Roll yourself over. So you're back on your mat, lying on your front. Open up any back bend that feels good for you. We're facing the front of the mat again. And then scoop up and back, downward facing dog. Lift and lengthen. Left leg comes forward, pyramid pose. Hinge your hips back. Lengthen through your spine. Feel good and strong. And walk your hands over to the left. Keep your hips nice and square. Lengthen through your spine. Hinge maybe your toes, left toes up towards the ceiling. Active through the legs. Whole body should be really working. Yes, we're not talking about big, fancy, fast moves, but we're looking at tension and strength and stability. Good. Walk your hands all the way around. Spiral your feet. Wide leg forward fold. Lengthen through the spine. Halfway lift. Squeeze both legs. Tight, tight legs. Left arm up towards the ceiling, work towards stabilizing through your hips. And release. Arm down. This time the left leg is going to thread all the way through to the front of the mat. Right knee is bent, and you're going to take it over the top of your left leg, facing the back of the mat in shoelace. Grow tall, right arm behind you, left arm comes round for the twist. Keep breathing. Lovely stuff. Untangle yourself, twist, untwist, untangle your right leg. Left arm goes behind you all the way over to the left side of the mat as if you're facing forward. Roll yourself back onto your front. Open up your back bend. Tuck your toes, press back to downward facing dog. Lift and lengthen through your spine. And just hang out here for a bit longer. Take some deep breaths, maybe pedal your legs if you want to. Start to really press the heels towards the floor. Lift and lengthen, active through the shoulders. One more breath here. Okay, we're going to come forward into all fours. So lower your knees to the floor. You take your right leg up towards the ceiling. Actively squeeze your butt and then open up your chest into cow pose. So squeezing your head and your foot towards each other. And then exhale round and squeeze your chin towards your forehead. Inhale, right leg high. Squeeze and lift. Exhale round. Squeeze your core in and up. One more. Good. Now hold this here, lean forward and take a mini chaturanga. And then two more. Really work your arms on this one. Keep that right leg high, butt squeezed. Exhale, squeeze and round. And then we're going to just switch legs. No fancy transitions. Just go, second side, hug. Core nice and strong, left leg lifts, squeeze your butt, keep those hips as square as you can, and then start to inhale, open it up, lengthen through your arms, lengthen through your chest. I'm not very bendy in this one. When you're ready, lean forward, dip. Two. It's a chance to warm up your glutes and your arms together. Exhale, round. I forgot the round. Open it up. Exhale, squeeze. Open it up. Last one, round. And from this round, just step your right foot, left foot to the outside of your left hand. Tuck your right toes. Step them forward to yogi squat. So into your yogi squat. Nice and wide. Lifted through your chest. If you can, start to walk this squat in without collapsing your knees or coming onto your toes. Bring it in more towards a square squat. Let's do 3 rolls through the spine. You don't do this if you're osteoporotic or if you can't hold your core control. You're going to just gently place your butt on the floor. Roll back. Roll up to boat. Hold it. Roll back. Roll up to boat. Hold it. Maybe lengthen your legs. Roll back. And roll to squat if you can. Do the best you can. Use your hands if you need to. Right arm goes out to the side. Left arm up for a twist here. Left arm out to the side. Right arm up for the twist. Right arm down. Standing forward fold. Pick up your hips. Square off your legs. Lengthen out. Sit your hips back, sweep your arms forward, chair pose. Hold it. So hips are behind knees in chair pose. You're quite high and you're really active through a neutral spine. Core is strong, thighs are strong, glutes are strong. Lengthen all the way up, tall mountain. Exhale, circle down. Flow with me. Shoulders back and down, mountain pose. Inhale, circle your arms up, tall mountain. Exhale, vertical twist to the right. Keep your hips square. Inhale up. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Hips square by now. Circle up. Cactus. Open up, back bend. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, standing forward fold. Right leg all the way back, crescent lunge. Open it up. Strong in the legs, no hanging into the floor or sinking into hips. Lift and lengthen. Right arm comes to the outside of your right left knee. Left arm goes back. Vertical twist here in your side, in your crescent lunge. Open it up to the center. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back plank. Hinge forward, knees to the floor or full half press up, just to a hover if you can, all the way to the floor. Open up, lift and lengthen. If you're taking upward dog, keep your shoulders away from your ears. Scoop it back, downward dog. Look towards the top of the mat, step or float forward into that squat. Sit it deep. When you're ready, gently lower your butt, roll back, boat, hold it. Roll back, boat. Roll back, return to your squat. Use your hands if you need to. Yogi squat. Elbows into your knees, hands together, right arm out to the side. Really push your arms into your knees. Take that twist, don't let the knees drop in. Release to the second side. Whichever side you started on, do the opposite. Hands in, heel and toe, feet together, hips high, standing forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, vertical twist, whichever side you want to do. Inhale up. Exhale, second side. Inhale up, cactus pose. Inhale, soft forward fold. Bring it to chair pose. Hold it. Fingertips to the floor, left leg steps back, crescent lunge, open up. Really strong, left hand to the outside of your right knee, right arm back behind you, twist, really solid through the legs. Good, up and over, plank. Hinge forward, knees to the floor, or chaturanga, full chaturanga, your choice. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, hold it. Step walk or hop to your squat. Garland pose. This time we're going to do a couple more rolls, but in the boat pose, we're going to start with bent knees and then lower into low boat. So roll back if you can. Skip this if you can't. Make sure your core is tight when you roll. Come to boat and then extend. Tight core for low boat into a hover and lift. Two more like that. Lower and lift. Last one. Lower and lift. Hands to heart. Exhale, right elbow to the floor, left elbow. Right elbow, left elbow. Twists. One more on each side. 4 in total. Actually, let's do 5. 5. This is the last one. Bring it back to center. Roll back. Roll forward into your squat. I'm using hands because my knees keep falling in. Twist again. Elbows into knees. Garland pose. Right arm out to the right. Left arm up and back. Left arm out to the left. Right arm up and back. Bring it back to center. If you are a fan of crow pose, this is your opportunity. Don't know what my crow is going to look like today, but I'll give it a go. So bring your feet in, hands to the floor. If you prefer to go from a different angle, that's fine. And we're just going to start to grip fingertips into the floor, nice and straight arms to start with. My knees come to the back of my arms. You can do the garland pose variation if you want. Everything nice and stacked as you bend your shoulders forward, lower your shoulders as you lift your legs. Remember, if you're hopping back, chest comes forward, feet shoot back, and then you can open up into your up dog and back to your down dog. Jump back crow is a technique. Once your crow is really solid, you can build that technique. Okay, let's come into child's pose, knees wide, toes together. Take a breather. More breath here. Fabulous. Let's pick this back up to downward dog. I'm going to hop to the top of the mat. We'll step, if you prefer, back to garland pose. Twisted garland pose, right arm out, left arm up. Your twist should be feeling pretty warm by now. Other side, left arm down, right arm up. Bring it back to center. Wiggle your feet in. Standing forward fold. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale, soft forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Right leg back, crescent lunge. Open it up. Triangle. Spiral your feet around, lengthen out through the legs. Reach towards the top of the mat and extend your right arm up. Lovely stuff. Reverse triangle, lift and lengthen. Good, up and over. Frame your left foot. Bend into the knee and come into standing split. Right leg lifted, hip square. Lengthen a little bit through your spine. Pick up your right foot with your left hand and start to press the foot and the arm up. Open through your chest a little bit like we did in those cow pose, kneeling chaturangas. Just open it up as much as you can. If you're able, soften your left knee a little bit and pick it up into revolved dancer. Good. Release your right leg. Keep it floating back. Float all the way back to crescent lunge. Hands to heart, twist to the left. Take a moment to attach and really strengthen into this twist. And then step your right foot forward. So it's standing next to your left foot, twisted chair. Take time here. Wiggle, square off your hips, bring your feet together. It helps. Keep those knees steady. Lengthen through the spine. Draw in through your core. And slowly lower down into a little crouch. Heels can lift if you need. Fingertips are just resting on your left side. We're going to walk them to center. And then wiggle your feet out. And take your little roll. So sit your butt down. Roll back. Roll forward. Hold your boat. Just hold it. Just a light boat. Roll back. Roll forward. Hold your boat. Last one. Roll back. All the way back to a little squat. Teeny tiny squat. Use your hands if you need to. It's fine to use your hands. And we're going to bring hands to the floor. And if you want, you can have another go at your crow. and maybe attempt the jump back. So the jump back, once you're in your crow, and it'll only really work if you're in the knees to the back of the arms version. To jump back, you need to keep your shoulders solid, pull your chest forward, and then shoot your legs back. Lift your heart, and then back to dog. Good work. I'm going to bring the dog back to the top of the mat. Standing forward fold. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. When you're ready, inhale, circle up. Exhale, soft forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Left leg back as far as it will go. Open up, a crescent lunge. Spiral it around, triangle pose. Reach forward and hinge. Left arm up, everything stacked. Just standard triangle pose, your variation. Power through your waist as you come up and back. Don't hang into your knees for these movements. Right arm up towards the ceiling, reverse triangle. Good. Bend into your right leg as you bring this forward and around to standing splits. From standing splits, take your right hand to your left foot, open, lengthen out into this revolved sugar cane, I think it's called. Start to pick it up for revolved dancer. Nice and open if you can, as open as you can for your body. Release your right leg and float it back into your crescent lunge. Hands to heart, twist to the right. Really strong in your twist. To get this just right, you want to be really solid in this twist. Step your left leg forward, twisted chair. Take a minute here in your chair. Lengthen through your spine, feel strong. Good. Sit back down into your little crouch, fingertips are to your right. Notice how this feels to be in this twist. Can you keep your knees forward while you spin yourself back to the side? Good. Just going to walk the hands back to center, and this time we're coming straight back to standing forward fold. Hips high, lengthen out through your legs. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's go again. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, soft forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Right leg steps back a long way. And we're coming into crescent lunge. From crescent lunge, start to lengthen out your legs for a version of lifted, extended pyramid pose. You're going to hinge forward from your hips. Take your right hand to the outside of your left foot. Open up into a variation of revolved triangle. Revolved triangle is hard. So it's your left arm up, right arm down. To the best of your ability, your hips are square. From here, just soften into that left leg. You have to be a bit more careful with these ones. Lift and lengthen into revolved reverse triangle. I'm going to work on my balance really hard today. Press into your feet, strong in your legs. Good. Bring your right arm up and over. Lower all the way down to the floor. You're going to step your right foot forward. Bring your feet together. Sit your hips into chair pose. Hands to heart. You're going to rotate your chair to the left. So I'm just going to swivel around. Elbows go to the left. See if you can get your right elbow to your left knee. Sit your hips back, lengthen your spine and rotate. Now, it's not about going low here. First, get this twist and then start to lower into your crouch. Keep these arms really strong and then bring your hands to the mat so that they're at chaturanga position. Really strong, check your fingertips. We'll try twisted crow, side crow. So my knees are stacked near my right elbow. I'm gonna gaze between my arms centered and start to hinge forward. Left arm isn't carrying me, but it's tucked in. And now my hips pull up. If you want to try a fallen angel, lower your head to the floor, extend your right leg up as high as it will go, and then release. It's tricky. Bring it to center. If you're facing the other way, we'll swivel around. We'll try the other side in a moment. You can play with that. Okay, let's come back to standing forward fold. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, hands to heart. Have a pause, take a breather. Sip of water if you need one. Let's see if we can do the other side. So when you're ready, inhale, circle up. Exhale, soft forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Left leg steps back. We're gonna pick up your, sorry, lost my words there, crescent lunge. Open it up. Hold it, start to lengthen out through your legs. And you're gonna hinge forward with your arms. And if you can, your left arm can come to the outside of your right leg. I actually think for me today, other way is better. So straight legs, straightish legs, square hips, and I'm keeping my fingertips just on the inside of my right leg, rotating my right arm up towards the ceiling. Squarish hips. Good. In order to keep my knees safe, I have to bend my right knee a little to come up into revolve, reverse, triangle, power through the legs. You can have that back heel flap by adjusting your stance here. Flap, I should say. Okay, revolved, reverse, triangle. Good. Bring this all the way back into your crescent lunge. And then twisted lunge. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your right arm. Left elbow to the outside of right knee. Step forward. Come into chair pose. Hands to heart. Twisted chair to the right. So I'm just going to turn around here. Lengthen through the spine, twist the chair. Now your aim is feet together, knees together, and then rotate chest towards hands. I think I've done this in a slightly different order, but it doesn't matter. We're just prepping the twists. Lower down into this little crouch. Your hands want to be in chaturanga or forward lean press up position. So left hand lined up with left elbow and both knees. Right hand lined up with right elbow and near your hips, but not on them. Place and grip your mat. Make sure your elbows are not flopping. Think press up position. Start to square off and hinge forward as you rotate your hips over your left elbow. Lean forward, see if the legs will come up. And then maybe you can bring your forehead to the floor, lift the legs right up, take the long top leg up towards the ceiling. And then maybe restack and peel forward and up out of that position. So the ins and outs are tricky. You're aiming to get used to the press up position with your arms. So from here, we're going to start winding down. So we're in this little crouch. We've been doing all our roll backs. Let's just sit butt to the floor. And we're just going to gently roll all the way back onto the mat. Extend your arms and legs away, stretch out. So many twists. Let's have a couple more breaths here in this full body stretch. Nice. Start to take your arms out wide. Walk your feet in, bend the knees, walk them wide. Draw your waist in. Don't release until we've finished. We want to stay in stabilized neutral spine, but not rigid. Gently lower your knees to the right and squeeze them down. Intention. Shoulders are not moving, they're relaxed. And you're not flopping as you inhale, knees center, and then exhale, lower over to the left. Excuse me. Yeah. Trying to blow some cold air on myself. It's hot, 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 hot. I like being hot, but sometimes you stop and you just start to sweat. It's all good. It's all right. And a couple more rounds of wipers here. This particular flow is it's quite nice because it's strong, but it's actually all very open, extended postures. I want to finish with a bit. We've done a back bend, but I want to finish with a bit more of a back bend. We've done a few back bends, but maybe it'll be nice. If it's cold while you're doing this, or if you're feeling cold, then you might choose to skip your back bend or dial it down. Otherwise, we're going to come to center from your next left. Walk your feet in and just start to roll through your spine. Connect yourself to your bridge pose. So we're looking for proper bridges with control. I'd like you to roll through your spine first and check that you haven't come out all the way through the other side. You know, you had the opportunity to do 4 arm balances, including your jump backs. You've done a few press-ups, not loads of press-ups, but a few. Arm balances count as press-ups on speed. And plenty of strength work through your whole body, control and stabilization work. So next time you're up in your bridge, just check that you're not too knackered to attempt anything, because tiredness is the enemy of bridges. And let's just start with a bound bridge position. Push your hips up, chest up, and then if you can, bring your hands under your hips and hold it there. Check in, see how your back feels. Are you managing to keep the hips lifted so you're not hurting your wrists? Here, chest open. And then from here, however you choose to, you can create your wheel if you're up for it. So sometimes it's useful to come back down just to get your hands in position, even if you can press up from where you were. I fancy a wheel, but I don't think mine's going to be particularly spectacular. It just feels like what I want. So take your time. So you're going for full bridge or crab or wheel, whatever you choose to call it. Press up and then open it. Just be there as long as you want. And when you've had enough, carefully lower out. Do a few little wrist rolls. Nice. Just touched into wheel. It's not naturally in my body these days. It does exist in my body, but I just don't do as many big back bends as I used to. And I find that for me, the balance tips between the big back bends and the strength and arm balance training, just because it is what it is, you know. There's only so many hours in the week. When you're ready, relax your arms down, cross your right leg over your left. One last twist here. Just going to gently lower both sets of knees over to the right. If your shoulders are feeling super tight, you may need to just take a bit more shoulder work, like opening windows or some shoulder twists or some prone shoulder rolls, chest opening. But mine actually feel quite limber because we did those puppy dogs, and I don't think we overcooked the press ups, so should be feeling pretty well stretched. It's really the nice thing about rotational flows, however strong they are, they carry their lengthening with them. Do plenty of lunges, so the legs will have got well stretched in amongst their strengthening. Let's have one more breath here. If your glutes are feeling tight, this would be your cue to decide that you're going to do some figure of four. Let's just switch sides here. Figure of four or pigeon is where you're going to be wanting to go next if you were feeling like your glutes were quite tight. Lovely. Let's bring this in. We're going to bring knees to chest and have a little hug and roll. If you can bring yourself back to neutral spine, we can have an opportunity for one last hip opening position. Stretch the inner thighs more than anything. So you don't need a hip opener really, because we've done loads of squats, but you can come into happy baby and then extend your right leg out a little bit. Try not to overstretch this. It's just to lengthen the inner thighs and the hamstrings, the inner hamstrings a little bit more. You know, the hamstrings as a group. So even with all those pyramid poses, you may not quite have got as many of those inner thigh muscles working as you wanted. And same thing over to the left. You worked all those muscles, but we're just finding them now. Stretch them out. Magic. Lovely stuff. Bring the knees in. Give them one last hug. Squeeze knees towards chest, hips down towards the floor. Nice and steady, nice and hugged. And when you're ready, release. And make your way up to a seat. Try and do it without jarring anything. We'll just take one breath to close. If you got time, it is time for Shavasana. I will leave you here. When you're ready, hands down by your sides. Inhale, circle up towards the ceiling. And exhale, hands to heart.